It is time for St. Louis to thrive. Those were the words uttered by the first black woman elected mayor for the city of St. Louis last night. Tishaura Jones ran on a platform focused on transparency, integrity, and service, and has promised the people of St. Louis that she will not stay silent when she spots injustice. She joins us now, and she joins also an exclusive sorority of black women who are at the helm of some of our nation's largest cities. Mayor-elect Tishaura Jones, thanks so much for joining us tonight. And congratulations on your big win.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Has the reality set in yet of the win and the responsibility that you're about to take on?
Yes, it has, and it's hitting me like a ton of bricks, but I'm ready.
I can imagine. Now, you've promised to bring fresh air to the city. What do you mean by that?
So St. Louis has been plagued by a whole host of issues that have permeated our policymaking decisions for decades, like racism, the unequal delivery of city services, and access to health care. We've recently had one of our most violent years on record in terms of gun violence and also police-involved violence. And so we need we have elected a mayor, me namely, to move us forward into the 21st century. We have to address these issues head on. We also have to address racism head on in our city. We're one of the most hyper-segregated cities in the country, and we have to embrace that and have these hard conversations about it so we can move forward.
And you talked about the violence there. You know, the issues facing your city are quite complicated, especially when it comes to the homicide rate, which is one of the highest in the nation. How will your commitment of transparency, integrity, and service translate into action when it comes to getting that homicide rate in particular under control?
So crime and violence doesn't stop at our borders, and our solutions shouldn't either. And so I am prepared to usher in a new era of collaboration and cooperation with our neighbors to the west and the east. We're on the eastern edge of the state of Missouri, and we share a border with Illinois. And I am ready to engage our neighbors to have some real hard conversations and declare gun violence as a public health crisis so we can all bring all the prevention tools to the table.
And part of your vision for policing is about shifting from arrest and incarceration to prevention. However, just this week, inmates staged an uprising, as you know, at the St. Louis jail, the second one just this year. What's your plan when it comes to listening to the demands of those who are currently incarcerated and prevent yet another uprising?
Yeah, so one of the reasons why they are uprising is because this jail was not meant to hold people for long periods of time. And so because of COVID, our court systems have been halted. We haven't had jury trials. And so we need to work with the U.S. Attorney's Office as well as our local state courts to see how we can move people through the system and work with our circuit attorney to see who really needs to be held there. We have about 800 people currently in our system, about 200 on federal charges, and we need to see which ones are violent. Obviously, if they are violent, they need to be held, but if not, if they're like simple parole violations, things that can be monitored in the community, then we need to investigate that and let these people get back to their lives and their livelihoods.
Last year, we held a virtual roundtable on the show with 4 black female mayors, and we talked about their unique positioning during the height, in particular, of the summer of protests. Do you feel that your race and gender put you at increased scrutiny or put you in a unique position at this time?
I think it's a little of both. You know, again, St. Louis is one of the most hyper-segregated cities in the country, and this race in particular had a lot of dog whistles and a lot of gaslighting by some of our white progressive friends. And so we have to make sure that we are telling the truth about that. But also, I feel like I'm in a unique position to lead because I am a single mom of the most adorable 13-year-old son. I lead from a different place. I am trying to make sure that I create a St. Louis where children like him are able to thrive and not just survive.
And lastly, do you feel a weight or particular responsibility in being labeled as the first black woman when you're tasked with working on the behalf of all races and genders?
You know, I feel honored that I'm the first Black woman to lead the city that I love so much. And I often think of my grandparents who moved here from the South to have a better life for their families, or for my parents. And I embrace this challenge with humility, but also with the strength of my ancestors to make sure that I am leading St. Louis into the 21st century.
Ms. Tishaura Jones, first Black female mayor elected in the city of St. Louis. We thank you so much for your time. Congratulations again.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.